Hi, my name is Julian, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 fatal mistakes new NFT investors can make. And I'm going to share with you them straight away. I'm going to get right into the video. No fluff will be said in this video. So, the first mistake is buying into these hype NFT projects. Now, I'm not saying you can't make money buying into hyped NFT projects, but if you're buying into the hype, you're most likely going to be buying at the top. And if you're buying at the top, most likely you will see a long wait until you recover. Maybe you'll never see the point where it got to. So one example could be of this project is Loot. So buying into the hype of this project would have got you to the point where maybe people were buying at 15 to 16 to 17 to 18 Ethereum per one, which was the floor price. The actual highest peak it got to was 21 Ethereum, the floor price that is. So now, since all the hype has pretty much disappeared, the floor price to buy a Loot NFT right now is 6 Ethereum, 5 to 6 Ethereum, I think. So that's the floor price, and I'll show you with you on the screen right now. So that's the floor price you can buy into Ethereum right now and into Loot with Ethereum. So that's one example of a bad buy if you're buying at the hype. Now, I'm not saying you can't make money buying to the hype, but it's very unlikely, and I think it's something that you should look out for when you're investing into NFTs. I want to see gradual growth. So you want to invest into NFT projects that have gradual growth. This could be the tie-dye. This could be the UWU crew. So this, like I said, this could be the UWU crew, or this could be the tie-dye ninjas. So those two projects I've noticed and looked into that I've seen them gradually grow over the past couple of days. They haven't just been a big spike in growth. I see them growing over time, which is something that I look for in a project. I'm not buying into a project based on hype. I'm buying in based on the community. Alright, so this can be the next biggest mistake you can make, is not taking profits. Like, a lot of people will tell you to hold to the moon. Everyone gives you examples of like holding. Look at like this price. Look how far it's going. Hold it. You shouldn't sell. Like, yes, I get all this. I understand like where people are coming from, but at the end of the day, it is healthy to take profits. Don't think you're being greedy for taking profits. Don't think you're making mistakes taking profits. Even if something goes up higher, taking profits is what keeps people from let's say the real investors to the retail investors. Most people I've noticed in the NFT space will tell you to buy 2 NFTs. So let's say you like a NFT project, recommend you to buy 2 NFTs. If something goes up 10x to 20x, then you sell one of those NFTs and you hold the other one, because now you're in pure profit or you're broke even. Let's say you've either broke even or just in pure profit. Now you can just hold that one NFT and hold it as long as you want if you like that project. But let's say if you want to even sell that NFT and it goes up 20x, sell both your NFT. That's up to you. That's fine, up to you. If you want to make that decision, that's totally up to you. Sometimes taking profits, there's nothing wrong with taking profits. And that's, a lot of people made the mistakes in cryptocurrency in holding to the point where it was a peak, and it was obviously that it was a peak, or they're just holding at a 10 to 20 to 30x profits. And guess what? Most of those guys had to all end up losing money or having to hold it for the next 4 years before it went up again. And I hope you guys take that advice and really use it, because I can promise you, long term you will benefit. Now I'll give you another example of a project that a lot of people made mistakes on, Crypto Blades. Like, remember that when it was at the peak, it was worth like 130 or 120 or something like that. People still held on and played the game, but no, they weren't taking profits. And that's the mistake that they made. And that's just one example that I can give you today. This is multiple examples in the NFT space. Like, for another example is if you were into the Loot NFT project. If you were in that Loot NFT project before it was got all the hype, and you then just held all the way through the hype, now your NFT would be just worth 6 Ethereum, which is still crazy high, but your NFT probably could have sold for what, 20, 15, 16, 17. That's when I would have sold one or even both the NFTs and just rode the wave then, if I had any more left. So that's one example I'll give you guys, a couple of examples I'll give you guys. If you're investing into NFTs, just remember to do your own research. Mistakes will be made in the NFT space. If you make those mistakes, just learn from them. The second most fatal mistake you can make is buying into non-authentic NFT projects. Now what I mean here is buying into NFT projects that have been like fake. So a lot of NFT projects can easily be copied and fake, and there've been many times people have been scammed purely because they've just bought into they thought they were buying, let's say for example, they thought they were buying into CryptoPunks, but then instead they were actually buying a fake CryptoPunk that was just listed by someone else. There's a lot of fakes going around, and the number one way you can find out if a project is real or fake is simply by looking for a verified tick, so a verified sign. A lot of these projects, like the big projects right now, have a verified sign to show that they're authentic and they're the real and they're the original ones. So for example, a lot of these projects, if they have over 100 Ethereum volume traded, they can get the authentic tick or the authentic verified authentic badge. And how they do this is just they apply for it once they get to the 100 Ethereum mark. A lot of projects, if they just release the marketplace, you can't actually confirm they're 100% authentic because they have to have over 100 Ethereum traded. And if you want to buy into a project that's under 100 Ethereum traded, just make sure to confirm maybe on their website for a direct link to their OpenSea page, or look for their Twitter and look for a direct link to their OpenSea page on there. That's two ways you can do it. You can also contact their mods on Discord just to get the authentic page as well. A lot of people will share with you the authentic actual page of that project, and that's how you can look to make sure you're buying into authentic NFT project. You can also look for the trade volume too. Like if there's a decent amount of trade volume already, you're probably looking at the authentic project as well. If there's like 10,000 minted, it'll show 10,000 minted, how many people are holding. So you just look for the obvious signs that you're buying into the authentic project. Don't get burned by this, because many people have been burned by making this mistake. Now I'll also make this a little bonus for you guys. Buying into NFT projects and just buying into NFT projects based on like Twitter following. You have to make sure you double check their Twitter following is real, because there is a lot of fake accounts with fake Twitter following accounts that have like thousands of followers. All of a sudden they have thousands of followers because they most likely just bought their followers. So keep an eye out for this kind of projects where they buy fake followers and just have a lot of hype around them, like a lot of influencers pumping it. That isn't truly a healthy long-term project. You want to make sure they have a good overall roadmap and they follow the roadmap and they have a good art. Like I look for solid artwork and a slow growth rate. Not a slow growth rate, but a steady growth rate. Of course, if you find a project that's been mentioned by some influencers, that's all right too, but you don't want to see it too overly hyped straight away. Otherwise you could get caught buying at the high price and end up losing money. So that's my advice to you guys. Make sure to check their Twitter followers is real. Look for some authentic, look for authentic comments and all that sort of thing. Look at their followers. Like it's pretty obvious when you find fake followers, because they just don't match up with how much comments and shares and stuff like that they get. But there's also websites out there, I'm sure, that can check for fake followers as well. So that's just something that I wanted to mention with you.